Alright, good evening, folks. Another day, another draft. It's a weekday. Work is more or less finished. Just waiting a couple of things to come in later on. Let's go ahead with a best of one draft for the D&D set. We'll see if we can get a positive results today. So a couple of things here. Tiger Tribe Hunter, I'm okay with 5 mana 4/4 trample. The trample is actually quite relevant, I find, and it also removes some key pieces. You can, of course, sack your own creatures to deal some damage. Veteran Engineering, I also like if we are inside that venture, that whole venture deck, but I'm not gonna first pick that. Dragon Turtle is actually pretty decent as well. It's just a 3 mana 3/5, but you know, I would prefer not to first pick blue, so I'll take the Tiger Tribe Hunter here just as a 5 mana 4/4 with upsides. Alright, so a number of cards. Wandering Troubadour is fine. Just getting a bit of extra value per turn is always good. Steadfast Paladin is also pretty good if we're going to be going for a relatively aggressive deck. You know, it also powers up some of the life gain synergies. Feywild Trickster is quite decent if you have ways to sort of roll dice sort of over and over again. We have a lot of dice rolling which is like one-off, right, when there's a battlefield ability and stuff like that. But if you have ones which is on attack or ones with an activated ability, the Feywild Trickster is actually really good. I might pick that simply because I do think it's more powerful than Wandering Troubadour, and people are currently not very high on blue. So perhaps we can make that work a bit more. Okay, so we have an Owlbear here. So out of sudden insight is pretty bad. Barbarian class, I was thinking about Barbarian class because we already have Feywild Trickster, but Owlbear is just by far the best card in the pack. It's 5 mana 4/4 with trample, similar to this, and it replaces itself. Again, toughness 4 is where you want to be in this set, and the fact that, and you know, there's not a lot of 2/1s. There's a lot of 1/1s, but there's not a lot of 2/1s in the set. So anything that gives you an extra advantage when it comes to things like that is great. So we'll go ahead and take the Owlbear here. Okay, Goblin Morningstar is an excellent card. Getting things trample is great. The other good cards here is No Hunter. Sheshra is growing on me. I when I first started playing, I think the set, I wasn't super big on Sheshra, but also it depends on sort of how ahead you are on board and how many removals you have and things like that, because that really changes things for her. If you can trigger her ability multiple times, she becomes a lot better. All right, well, here we see sort of white, I guess, is pretty open. Like Veteran Engineer at pick 5 suggests to me that it's a bit open. We have 2 uncommons here that hasn't been picked yet, but I'll go for Spoils the Hunt. Just an interaction spell, super good thing in this type of set. Okay, so a couple of things here. The question is, we're probably not going to play the Trickster, unfortunately. Okay, question is that, do we want to play a second Goblin Morningstar, or do we want a Null Hunter? This counts, I count this as a 2 mana 2/1 creature, sort of. The Null Hunter does grow a lot bigger, and I do like it, but I guess the Morningstar has enough upside that I'll pick over it. I do want sort of some extra creatures, 2-drop, when we can have it, like actual 2-drops. I'll go with Choose Your Weapon. It does hit flyers, which is great. We'll take a Sylvan Shepherd here, just getting a bit more of that creature count up. I'll take the Winds here. The Ranger is actually pretty decent as well, but I just want to hedge my bets here. If we might be looking at a blue deck if nothing good comes out. I'll just take a Bullet here. Haven't been totally impressed with Bullet overall, but you know, it's a creature. I think that, you know, it's having just lots and lots of creatures in the set is super good, right? It's a very fundamental set. Just want to have good bombs, good removals, and good creatures out. Obviously, our removal is a bit lackluster at the moment. Hopefully we can, okay, and we do fix that problem right here with Dragon's Fire. Just probably the best common on the set. So we'll go ahead and pick that. Other good things, the Hobgoblin Captain is great. You see Party of Goblins, 1 Trapdoor is fine. Loyal Warbound just has 2 mana 3/1 that sometimes give you additional upsides. It's also pretty decent if you're in white, but nothing beats Dragonfire here. Alright, so nothing in, okay, so in terms of green red, there is Undead Basilisk and Valor Singer. I'm gonna take the Basilisk, partially because we also have Goblin Morningstar, because, you know, Death Touch Trample is always kind of fun. And sometimes you just need something that blocks everything. And with Under Basilisk, Spoils of the Hunt and similar fight cards becomes a lot better. A lot better. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so Magic Missile is really good. Hobgoblin Captain again is really great. Kalain is really good if you're in the black red. We'll just take Magic Missile here for now. The Hobgoblin Captains is a key card in sort of an aggressive deck, but Magic Missile kills 3 of them. You know, not the best way to think about it, but between Magic Missile and the Hobgoblin Captain, I'm leaning towards a Magic Missile here. Null Hunter, I'll pick here. Again, I need more 2-drops to be a relatively more aggressive creature. There is an argument for Faraday if we can splash that color, but for now we just want to build up that 2-drop slot here. Okay, so there's another Basilisk, but I'll probably take the Hoarding Ogre. The extra treasures that come in from the Hoarding Ogre does mean that like things like splashing is a lot easier, but also sometimes you just, you know, have the capability to use up all that mana one way or another. We don't have a lot of mana sink in this set, but you know, sometimes you just need to be able to play multiple cards at the same time in the same turn. I'll take a Hill Giant here. I usually don't like to like, my problem with the Hill Giant is just that it's 6/7/6 with no sort of like evasion, but with Goblin Morningstar giving a trample, I do think it's a lot better. Okay, we have Price of Loyalty or Hoarding Ogre. I'm just gonna take Hoarding Ogre again. Again, a 4 mana 3/3. Overall is fine. Here is whatever. I might start thinking now about splashing blue for the Feywild. Boots of Speed here is decent. You'll want to get some of these things haste if we are going through a lot of that. Okay. Alright, so we have a Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. I don't have too many goblins here, so unfortunate. We'll have a Dragonfire, which is just nice. So I always had like a bit of a like Willet is, I guess, like really good when you're ahead, because you just, you know, oh, when you have bigger creatures, you attack with the bigger creatures, they chump block, your bullet grows, so on and so forth. But when you're behind, it's a bit more iffy. The fact that it's 3 power does mean that it can kill most things. It'll trade with most things, which is, you know, fine. But yes, okay. Ooh, interesting. All right. So we have Zariel here and a Dragonfire. Zariel have been a bit mid for me. It's good on a stalemate almost, or if you're like super far ahead, because most of the time you just want to put that 0 just to gain more bodies on the ground. I'll pick Zariel over sort of Dragonfire here. Probably take a bullet. Okay, I'm just gonna pick up a bit more removal spells, so we'll take off for the Fireball here, just to be able to, you know, kill some of their stuff as well, their bigger stuff. I'll take the Hobgoblin Captain here, where it's a very good card for us. We want to get in early and we want to hit hard. We'll take the Evolving Wilds. I don't want any of these other cards, and we can consider splashing. Okay, great. Plundering Barbarian, one of my favorite cards in the set overall, I think. And here we'll take the Storming Goblin. Price of Loyalty. How many creatures do we have? 12. We're taking Armory Veteran. This one, just want a lot more. Well, it's 12 plus 2 plus 3, 15, 16 with the Army Veteran. Like, I do want lots of creatures if possible. Take a Bull Strength. We have a Goblin Morningstar, so Bull Strength is not like super great or anything. It does. The thing about Bull Strength is that it does win you the race. Sometimes people will, you know, will try to race you, and if you do have a Bull Strength, you know, you untap, you block one of their creatures, kill it, and then you attack back for a lot more damage. Not a lot more damage, but like you're able to do a lot of that trading much better. Alright, this seems like a pretty decent set of red-green aggressive deck. We'll need to cut 2, and I want to keep it at 17 here just because we do have a 6-drop, and I want to reach that amount of mana. I'll collect all these cards. I'll take out Compelled Duel, and I do like a Boots of Speed. Probably the Sylvan Shepherd here. It's probably the card that has the least sort of synergy with the rest of the deck. Alright, let's try this out. We are not going to be splashing for Trickster. Right, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 5, 6. Do we want to? Actually, don't mind. Let's try splashing for Feywild Trickster here. Bump this down to 1. We'll probably want more red than green. We will cut nothing and just run 41 because I'm too lazy to think at the moment. I'm sure it will not bite us in the ass later on, but let us go with it. Let us go with it. Alright, game is starting. Let's go. Let's go. All right, pretty good hand. We have some early removals in hand. Just need that fourth, or we just need one more mountain, and I think we're really good to go against Sephiroth. Here, perfect. So let's see what he plays. Okay, nothing. Great. Just continue to also play nothing. Alright, so it's a possibility that this is just going to be a counterspell. So I'll just run out Armory Veteran here. Okay, that seems fine. I guess he might contact now. Okay. So I'm quite okay with the opponent sort of not doing anything with their mana. Just fine. That's Cry 1. Close top. Let's kill it. So now we know that the coast is clear for an Owlberry, even better. Let's attack first. Try to do this the right way. Try to do this the right way. Alright. I don't mind Evolving Wilds at all. See what our opponent have. Alright. See, gonna play bouncing. Okay. Respectable, respectable. I will kill it. Let's just attack. I would prefer to not use my fireball here. If he blocks, I can Magic Missile 1, 2. Okay. So this way we can be just a tiny bit more, have a bit more pressure on them. And still have Fireball up for another day. Alright, that's fine. That doesn't block any of our stuff profitably. Scry 2. There would have been some format where like Genie Windseer would be like a real, sort of like a really good uncommon. But not here. Not here at all. Let's take that, our single island. So if in case we do draw into what we want, we can run it through. But we did not, that's fine. I'll just play a Hoarding Ogre and no Hunter here. Again, just continuously pressure. There is no, sure, bar the gate is absolutely fine. There's no mass removal on the set, so we're just free to drop as many threats as possible onto the battlefield. This color combination also doesn't have a lot of big creatures. I think the biggest one would probably be Imrith at a 5/5. Yeah, everything else like 4/5, 2/5. The blue dragon is a 5/5. I guess that's the biggest they have. So we'll just fireball that and sort of move on. They save one turn from us attacking, which is pretty significant. I'm not denying that here, but we will be just killing the dragon. I'm not gonna wait for him to untap and perhaps have some counter spell in hand which will stop that, because the blue dragon as a 5/5 would make it very difficult for us to actually attack through. Piece of Ancient Lore, okay. Paladin class, alright. Okay, that changes a few things. I'll still play some of these things the same. We'll equip this to the Hobgoblin Captain. And we'll just attack. Yeah. I think if we do this, they need to block these two, right? If this blocks here, this blocks here, that 6 damage that goes in, and I'll also be okay with that. Arguably, I should have attacked with the goblin as well, just to get a little bit of that oomph. Okay, Hama Pashar coming in. We'll just equip the Goblin Morningstar to the Armory Veteran here. Having menace really does help. Alrighty, that's not sure why you're doing that. Okay, sure. Let's cancel that. I think this is still lethal. They need to block. Yep. Alright, a good start to what seems like a good deck. Once in a while. Alright, another good hand. We can start off with the Hobgoblin Captain and then put the Goblin Morningstar in. Just great. I want to start with the Hobgoblin Captain just so that if they don't have a blocker, it can snowball relatively quickly from there. No blocker, please. Alright. So I'll just stack. Might have Dragonfire here. Alright. It's fine. Let's just continue to play creatures. Just go threat after threat after threat. That's kind of sad for the enemy, but so I'll attack first here and then play the Feywild Trickster. Just want to get some extra value from the Morningstar. Get myself a flyer. A 1/1 flyer really does help. I think our opponent is unfortunately mana screwed. It's never nice to fight against opponent which is mana screwed just because you don't feel like you're playing a game of Magic, but sometimes that's just the way the game goes, so we'll just go ahead and swing in here. We'll try and finish the game as quickly as possible to also save time for our opponent. Sorry about that, opponent. Play Marina. Alright, another decent hand. Going first so we can null Hunter and then hopefully we draw into 2 more lands. If not, we're kind of screwed. Land. Okay. Guess that does work. That's not a land. It does give my army veteran menace for what that's worth. I guess that was sort of good timing. We'll just equip this in and start swinging. Having the menace really helps, and we'll start trading blows here. Hopefully hopefully all his creatures will be toughness 3 and below, so we can spoil the hunt if we don't draw into a land. If we do draw into a land, definitely just hoarding ogre. Alright, cool. We'll just attack first in case there's anything fishy going on. Alright, that seems fine. Just putting hoarding ogre down. So we'll attack, and then we can use pause the hunt here during the attacks. Clear out the Loyal Warhound. He's attacking with Vigilance. Yep, that's fine. Ooh, that will be very good with that. This is +1/+0, right? So I'll just attack here. Okay, so if I want to keep my hoarding ogre like super alive, there's definitely ways to do it. But seems like our opponent does not want to give that to us, which is fair enough. So I'll just Pondering Barbarian here, destroying the portable hole and getting back our Knoll. It's pretty good. And we still have both spells to hunt as well as choose your weapon. Might choose your weapon to kill the planar ally depending on what he does. Opponent needs to be very careful here because he... Up. I guess opponent just go, you know what, I don't care. Which is, you know, fair enough, fair enough. I shall respect that, opponent. Still dead on the swing back. That's, yeah, like we also have pump spells. Also a pump spell. So we'll see how this goes. Rally maneuver. Okay, so we will... Does this get the first strike? I assume this get the first strike. We'll just spoil the hunt here. We'll target, I guess itself. Whatever. Try to get out. So this way, even if he plays the bull strength, that should still go through. Okay, and I don't know which one is. So I guess the. Okay, I don't know which one. Okay. Yes, they give. Oh, they gave the first strike to that one. Oh, okay. Sure. He's still dead, so I guess he was hoping to get some life from that exchange. Yeah. Quite unfortunate for our opponent. Pass the turn back to me, opponent. Thank you very much. Next game, we're gonna go through this. Alright, pretty decent. I go first. It's kind of dangerous to keep 2 land when you have so many of the big drops in hand, but what can I do, right? Mulliganing is a bit too punishing in limited for me to do it too much. Alright, play Mountain pass turn. So play a Goblin Morningstar first thing here. Great. We got ourselves a Goblin alongside it. That's fine, we'll attack. Okay, they pass it. Let's play Armory Veteran. I don't mind trading here, these 2 creatures. Guess other option is of course like Boots of Speed and stuff. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. So we won't attack here because he just not block and then attack back. Do I? Let's just attack. Like 50-50, he gains 1 life. So it'll be a 2-point life swing either way. Pegasus, okay. Alright, that's good. So we'll just attack here. Alright, no blocks. Do I build up the board? Do I spoils? I feel like we just went direct Basilisk. That way I don't think they'll attack with the Sylvan Shepherd here. Save up the removal spell a bit. I think I have a bad habit of just like expanding my removal relatively quickly. Sometimes we just need to take a bit of time, understand the threats, and get our skill thing. So I actually don't mind that at all, because what can happen is that, not what I was hoping for. But what can happen is we can draw into a land here and then we can just play out Owlbear, which would be very, very good for us. But did not happen. Fair enough. So we will just pass turn. So this way, if he attacks with a 2/3, I will block and then spoil the hunt. The Airburst Pegasus down as well. Alright, I think I'll just take, okay. So hopefully he doesn't have any combat trick here, otherwise I do get slightly blown out. So we don't want to use any treasures here, so we'll just use the land. I'm still hoping that we draw into a land so we can play the Owlbear or something along that line. He seems to have something at instant speed. Could be a number of things. So if it's on the watch, okay, rally maneuver, sure. All right, that's pretty good from the opponent's side. All right, so at least we get a chance of fighting back here with Owlbear, hopefully drawing into a mountain or something similar. Great. Ooh, enemy has their own Owlbear. So next I'll just take a Swarming Goblin probably. Okay, great. I was quite concerned about the flyer, but with the Dragonfire that should be a pretty good solution. Swarming Goblin here allows me to block the owlbear without obviously getting my own owlbear killed, so that is very good. Sure, taking 2. Planar ally. Okay, that again is quite annoying actually. I was hoping that we can be done with the flyers, but I guess that is not to be. Okay. Not to waste the mana, we'll just make this goblin as big as we can. If we do get a untapped land, which I hope we're getting, my play is just going to be Tiger Tribe Hunter, attack. Am I desperate enough? Do I need... So if he attacks with the Arboreus Pegasus, I go down to 2. If I don't draw into a land, I can still attack with Hoarding Ogre next turn. That's okay, I'll take down something with me. I'll take down something with me. That's still respectable. And it'll probably be the Celestial Unicorn here, and not the owlbear. Or I guess he just not attack, and then do I die from that? Yeah, I should have thought that through. So 4, okay, great. So I'm not dead. I'm not dead yet. Do I play the Morningstar? No. Part of the reason for me to do that was to be able to shoot down the Pegasus in case we need to. Though probably just playing the Hill Giant would be good as well. See what we're trying to. See what we're trying to. Ideally, I would draw a removal spell here. That doesn't help. So we'll just play this, gain 3 life first, and then next turn I'll Tiger Tribe Hunter and attack sacrificing the... Oh, it has to be the Swarming Goblin. I just want to make sure that we don't die on the backswing, because I do need to sacrifice 1 creature, which can be a bit awkward when it comes to these kind of things. All right. So we'll give the Tiger Tribe Hunter some speedy boots. We'll attack, sacking the Storming Goblin so that we can hit the Pegasus. Okay, if we can stabilize here, I think we're actually in the clear. But any sort of pump spells I think will kill me right now, so there's that. If you test with everything, it'll just be bump, 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 and then 1 damage goes in. Alright, that is encouraging. That is very encouraging. Okay, cool. So how do we want to do this? We'll keep all of this on the defensive. I'll definitely play Zerial here. We'll make some small stuff. We have nothing, no artifact for him to kill. Let's just play the Plundering Barbarian. build up the board, continue to do that. We'll make another treasure. And we pass turn here. I guess there is a possible point of just continuously attacking. Yeah, I guess if I attack here and just shoot down his owlbear, that seems pretty good, right? Is that pretty good? I don't know, maybe it's not. Feel like we can at least give some pressure, starting to just pressure the opponent down. All right. Oh, I can only kill one, so it's not that great. So not as good as I wanted it to be, but that's okay. Our creature quality currently is much, much better than his. Okay, so I need to just keep this in mind because I will need to make sure that I have a card to discard and something to sacrifice. Just because if Steadfast Paladin goes in for the, what do you call it? Tomb of Annihilation, I also need to be sort of quite aware of that. I'll just put it in the Barbarian here. All right. Just continue dropping that in again. I need to just keep reminding myself to not play the last card in my hand. I'll screw this up definitely sooner or later. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Don't think there's anything I want to shoot down just yet though, so I'll keep that in my hand. All right, we'll play the Hobgoblin Captain. We'll continue playing that. Pass turn. We'll just continue to play this game until there's something sort of good that we can do. So what can we do? What can we do? Can I win here? Just attack with everything. All right. So if I +1 here, I attack with everything. I need to give the Goblin Marching Star to the Hill Giant, so that would be 2 mana, 5 mana. I think that's a possibility. Kill the Steadfast Paladin. Is that enough to kill? I don't know. I'll just start attacking with a giant. If he bluffs with his own giant, then I'll choose your weapon. We're in a strong enough position that I am not horribly worried about just getting one-shotted off. So I don't want to just risk attacking with everything here. He might just take 8. Yep. He is in a good enough position to do that, so we'll just move on. We'll just move on. now I think we're in a good enough position. Could be wrong. But hey. It is quite a lot of damage that's going to punch through. That kills without me doing anything, right? Yep. Like, settle the wreckage. And it's like, oh no. Okay, let's count this. Even if you pick the biggest creatures, that's not gonna work out. You're still dead, my friend. You are still dead. Nine, 13. Yep, still dead. Still dead. I think. 9, 8, 17. 17, game 3, 2 left, 1 left. Plus 6, 18. Guess might as well. Yep, very good. Just didn't know if they have any combat tricks or not. Like they might have double, what do you call it, on the watch, and that would be able to just deal with my big boy no problem. Which is why I did that one attack at one time, just to test the waters a bit, whether or not that there is a combat set for that. Ooh, awkward hand. Opponent goes first. I guess I'll still keep it. Do hope to draw into a forest within the first few turns. Yeah, at least we have a 2-drop that. Okay. That works out fine. Keita. That is nice. Yeah, it's a very good play by the opponent. Next turn you have 6 mana. Ay. Okay. I can respect that. Let's go Feywild Trickster here. At least I can block the Horde Robber, get some... I will get some hits in from the Hobgoblin Captain, but that's not so bad. Grim Bounty, okay, sure. At the very least, the opponent is running out of their hands, which is good. I do want to be able to attack, yep, so that's a no block here. I do want to play my owlbear. Just attack here. Hopefully we get at least 2. No, just 1. Fine. I don't mind trading this. I guess he'll double block. No, if he double block that way, that's bad. He might just take 3. That is not gonna work out how you think, opponent. Yeah. Do I just want to flood the board a bit? Yeah, let's do that. I want to be able to relatively profitably block his stuff, so at the very least this way, if the Yuan-Ti Fang Blade attack, I can block with a Null Hunter. Yep. Then next turn, I'll double attack with the Hoarding Ogres, play an Owlbear, then pass a turn. Actually, I might just block the Hobgoblin Captain here if he does attack like this. Oh, yeah, that makes it different. I will block that though. Alright, let's attack with the Hoarding Ogres. If we are lucky, we have enough. Yes, okay, so we have enough for both Owlbear and Fireball. So, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. Sure. So the Hobgoblin Captain here suddenly meets Edel Hoot Boy, and it suddenly becomes very awkward for him to attack. I'll probably just Fireball here anyway. Yep. Hit us both, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just attack with everything here. Do I attack with everything though? If I attack with that as well, he can just block one of them, right? He can just jump block, and that's only 7 damage. Yeah, just attack with 2. Just don't want any random surprises that can kill me. Guess I'll attack with both here because he does need to block at least one of them. Yep. Cool. This turn. Respect to Kata for playing this out. I mean, I can still lose here? No, okay, cool. But you gotta respect a guy for actually like putting it up there and just being very, you know, just chugging along, right? Yes, I know that I'm gonna lose, but let's play it out until the final conclusion. I don't do that sometimes, so ain't got the time for that, some would say. Bum. Ooh. Kinda dangerous hand here. We don't have a lot of, it's not a very fast hand, but we do have some nice payoffs at 5. That is unfortunate. If he's just gonna Ray of Enfeeblement, a 1/1 goblin, I guess I need to be okay with that. Alright. Okay, at least we're getting a bit closer. We're getting a bit closer to where we want to be. Just hoping to be able to cast Owlbear as quickly as possible here. We are playing against a red-black deck, so I'm expecting quite a bit of removal to be had here. Okay, so at the very least we can play Owlbear next turn. Which is great. Hopefully we do get our second red relatively soon. Do I take that? Yeah, I guess I'll take it. Another option is just to block and then spoils, but that feels a bit bad. Yeah, it would have been a lot better early on. You know. Alright. Now we're talking. I'm gonna trade off the Clattering Skeleton with the Owlbear. Yeah, why not? See what he does. Yep. Might have an Ogre here. Oop, Feign Death, okay. So I guess I will just kill this Clattering Skeleton with the Fireball. Ooh. Oh, okay. That solves our problem. So I'll just pass turn here. I'll keep up Spoil of the Hunt, because Spoil of the Hunt with Underdark Basilisk, top notch. Top notch removal right there. Sure, we'll take that. So what we'll do is we'll block this, pass that, and kill that as well. See if he has a instant speed removal spell. Would be a bit awkward. Okay, I'm fine with that. Yes, he does get more value from that than I hoped for, but at least I didn't get blown up that badly. Never mind, I did get blown up pretty badly. I guess here, this is where we just swallow the bullet and do I though? Can I just, yeah. So I'll just sacrifice, I'll just chump block with a Gobo here. That way I do have a swing back, which is painful enough that we can outrace the vampire spawn pretty easily. Actually, I'll just do that. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We'll just attack. One token is fine. Good enough for us. Because I just need to erase it because they have unblockable stuff. I don't have life gain. Do have removals. I do have removal. Okay, so we'll just take that down. Kind of painful. So we'll give this a swing. I mean, I guess if they double block here, I just fireball the robber or the vampire spawn or whatever. Hope we don't roll low. Yeah, of course. Well, at least that's not unblockable. Oh, okay. At least nothing is unblockable. We're still attacking here. So the good thing is we can attack, we can play the Plundering Barbarian. Can destroy a artifact. Then we equip that to the Plundering Barbarian. So now it can block Grim Wanderer all day long. So I'll just continue to do this, just continue attacking. I am in a slightly dangerous position now. You know what, let's not attack, let's... If I attack... If I attack with everything, I shoot that down. Is that the best way to play it? Maybe, depends on what he has here. He doesn't seem like he has a lot. So let's start this and be a bit more aggressive here. So we'll sacrifice that, hit the Grim Wanderer. Actually, that was really dumb. What was I doing? I should have... Yeah, no, that's just me being dumb. Okay. Yep. I mean, end result is still the same, basically. Keep that up. Put that in. Is the end result the same? If I attack with a 3/3, if I attack with a, if I instead do that upon a barbarian, yeah, it's still the same. Still 3 toughness. Alright, you need to block that. Alright, seems promising, seems promising. The big unit. Alright, 6 wins, 0 losses. Deck seems to be treating us well today. Alright, that's good. We have 3 2-drops here. Probably just play the Army Veteran to begin with, and then the Null Hunter and Goblin Morningstar and Equip is a possibility that we can do. Assuming that we go land, draw land, something else. So your opponent is playing Nazohana. Huh. Don't see that one every day. I was thinking about it, like whether or not that Secret Door can be decent, considering that it is a 4 toughness creature, which does mean that very difficult for a lot of the creatures to actually punch through. But I think as soon as you get something like a Rapier or just like a Null Hunter being able to attack through things, you know, a 0/4 is not super impressive. And the fact that the Venture into the Dungeon is activate only as a sorcery is, you know, very, very difficult for it to be good. 5 mana is a lot. Like, yes, I know that, you know, I keep saying, you know, there's no mana sink in the game, but you need to survive first until you manage to get to that point. Okay, so we'll just play no hunter. This way next turn we can just attack with everything. Hopefully we'll draw into another mountain. That way we can play the Goblin Morningstar and then equip it to perhaps one of the Armory Veterans so that they can get Menace, just to punch things through. Let's see what he has here. One of those land, and then the 4 mana 3/2 that can copies itself, that can copy creatures, then that would be a big problem. But this is fine. Scry 3 is really good. I'll give him that. Come on, mountains. Not exactly what I wished. Okay, so if I attack with everything here, it's kind of awkward because the Armory Veteran will just die to the Ginny. So unfortunately we don't have a good attack here, so we'll just play out the Goblin Morningstar. That's sort of okay because as soon as you attack with the Ginny, that floodgate just opens. Next turn I can just equip the Morningstar to one of the Army Veterans and then attack with that, which will force the opponent to either block with a Windseer or not block at all. That makes things a bit more difficult. That definitely makes things a bit more difficult. Yeah, I can't punch through that very well. And the fact that he has 0/4 here means that even if I have Menace, they'll just double block with these two. If he just blocks the Pixie Guide, at least I can take down the Pixie Guide. But looks like that's not gonna happen here. I'm not gonna waste my mana. I'm still going to equip it with the Army Veteran. Give it a bit of a boost to its power, just so that if he attacks with the Rhyme Shield Frost Giant, I can double block that. But this is not looking good. I do need my second mountain. Alright, unexpected windfall. Okay, that makes things a lot better. Unfortunately, I can't just fireball the Frost Giant. Just want to play up the Swarming Goblin here. No, we'll just kill. We'll just let's try not to be too sort of innovative here. Sometimes, actually, I could have just used Magic Missile there. Whoops. Yeah, that would have been better because that way I can hit the Rhyme Shield with the Fireball instead. Oh. Let's see what our opponent has. Alright, now this is when, remember the set, like, if you can survive long enough to start activating Secret Doors sort of multiple times, obviously it does get better, especially once you have 10 mana, you do it twice a turn. Then it becomes pretty good. Okay. Would still not go to the Dungeon of the Mad Maze, but okay, Owlbear is very promising here. See, it has a counter spell. He does, okay. So one thing I can do if I get really desperate is to attack with the Army Veteran, force a block, and then just kill it with the Magic Missile. Not something that I would prefer doing, but it's an option. Other ways is just to play Swarming Goblins. Next turn, okay, I'm taking that down. I feel like at this point the opponent should have been attacking with the Pixie Guy, just like 1 damage at a time. How many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more. Okay, so this really helps because I can Hill Giant here. And the next turn I'll just equip the Goblin Morningstar to the Hill Giant and swing in with that. Unless he has another counter spell. He does, wow. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, my mistake of playing the Fireballs is just like killing me now. At least if I play out the Swarming Goblins, I can just equip Morningstar to it and attack. The Rhyme Shield needs to block that, and then it's a 5 mana thing. Okay, I guess he. Oh, okay. I would have. Oh. Would have gone for the skeletons here. Is he gonna go for it? I would. At this point, drawing those 3 cards will be quite. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. Let's play this. I guess even if he double attacks with the flyers, does he has another counterspell? I mean, hats off to the guy. Like, if he got 7 wins with this deck, which is a mostly blue deck with counterspells, you know, it means that the deck is pretty decent at what it does. Though, like running so much counterspells in like this format does require quite a lot of balls. At this sort of like super aggressive format. No, okay. I do hope for. Oh man. So excited as well. I guess I can shoot down the apprentice. Oh. Yeah. I like really. Let's just shoot that. 2 damage there. So next turn he will draw 3 cards. Yep, and play 1 for free, which is pretty good. I just hope it's not Imrith. If it's Imrith, I'm just dead. I mean, if he somehow disconnects from this, I guess I'll take the win. No, okay, there you go. I was really hoping for Zariel to work out though. Yep. Okay. I think this is absolutely fine. What do you have? What do you have, opponent? What do you have that... I mean, if you have contact, you would have used it already, right? No idea. No idea. Let's start attacking with the Underdark Basilisk here. Like, there's no reason not to, really. What other big stuff do I have? All Giants dead, all bears dead. Sure. I guess the 5 mana 4/4 is still around. Ooh. I still have my Dragon Fires, so hopefully I draw into that soon. Go for it, my friend. Go for it. Draw those 3 cards. Play 1 for free. Whoa, that's nice. A bit late there. I guess that's why he's playing blue. He does have quite a pretty, like, good number of blue cards. Mind Flayer is great. A couple of Windseers. Chaos Channeler. These two Bar the Gates, man. Really got me. Really, really got me. Well, this also got me. But, you know. Yeah, let's just block that. Let's block that. Seems okay. He'll probably obviously win this one. He answered all my threats quite effectively. So yes, hats off to the opponent. Hats off to the opponent. Obviously I made mistakes, but he got up to 7 wins. He got up to 7 wins with a mostly like a blue deck. Yep, that's not gonna go in. He'll just attack here with 4, so we'll just concede. Good job, opponent. Good job. I can respect that. I can respect that. Alright, we'll still try to get 7 wins, of course. It'll be my first 7 wins in quite a bit. I don't usually get 7 wins. Usually it's like 5 or like 2. I got a couple of 2s, some 0s, but mostly I'm in the 4 and 5 region. There's some like interesting talk. If you listen to the MTG Goldfish podcast, the first week of August, they were talking about like the matchmaking and mythic system in sort of Arena. How, you know, somebody just played a sort of mono red deck. I think they let probably a bot run it for a while. And they managed to actually like reach mythic after like 600 games. I think an interesting point is that they because of the way that the matchmaking system the matchmaking system is, you have, every time you lose a game, you're more likely to get paired down to sort of other people who lose quite a lot. Now, up to a certain point, you know, that's more or less okay. Can I just attack here? Probably not. But then, like at some point, you're so low that you're just being paired up against like people who are not very good. Or people with like bad decks. And because of that, you just start winning more and more. Which is kind of sad, right? That means that no matter what deck you play, no matter how good your game is, because in this case, a bot is running it at what effectively is sort of randomized way of playing the game, you will get to Mythic sooner or later. 600 games is a lot of games. Like, I don't know if I've played 600 games over the entirety of like my Magic Arena playthrough. I might, since I have been playing Magic Arena since beta, but it's still like a lot, right? So I guess the question is more around, you know, what does that mean, right? So that means that even if you're not very good, as long as you play enough, you can actually reach Mythic. As long as you're playing constructed. I think this is the thing that in Limited, I think that's a lot more difficult because there's obviously so much more, because of course, yes, you can by luck just start winning the games. Let's just stuck here. All right. We can just switch, you know, but the drafting, I don't think that you can, within a month, you can both draft and win enough games to actually go to Mythic. That's kind of weird. I would have done that, you know, in the middle of the attack, but you do you, I guess. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. Just like, yeah, that's kind of awkward. The fact that, you know, if you know, it doesn't matter how good you are as long as you play enough, you can get up there. You probably can't stay in the number zone for any period of time, because that does sort of goes down very, very quickly if you start losing. Okay, this is starting to get really bad. I should focus on the game and stop talking. I guess we'll just do that. Hopefully I don't, of course. We'll leave up blockers for the Telasara. I'm just gonna get my ass whooped, huh? Yeah, I'm cool with that. They don't have trample or anything. So we should be okay with just, you know, doing a bit of chump blocking here. Yeah, I mean, drafting is I do think much more, definitely more, skill intensive compared to getting to Mythic and Constructed. I'm not saying that Constructed is any less skill. I think it's just the way that the system works, right? I was really wondering about this because so I follow a lot of things around CGP Grey, the YouTuber, content creator. And he played Magic. So he started playing Magic a few months back, restarted playing Magic a few months back, and started out with this extremely janky deck. It's just like when I'm talking about janky, I mean like 250 card in your deck for not very good reasons, shall we say. But he managed to get to Mythic, and that surprised me because looking at the deck, there should be, yes, he'll win a number of times, but he should not be winning enough to reach Mythic. But apparently he did. So I think a part of that is sort of this type of just this type of wins, right? Wins which are not necessarily, just block everything here, don't want to get anything to get bigger. Once you lose enough, because he did lose a lot right at the beginning, you just start winning, like, because you're being paired against people who lose to you as much as you do. And if that's your sort of path, and you get up. And if that's your path, and so it'll get you to Mythic much easier. So you continue losing until you get to a point where, obviously you just like you just lose up to a point where you are at that super low bracket, and then the amount of wins that you need to go to Mythic is less than the number of I guess wins that gets you above that skill bracket. I mean, it's just a very interesting thing, which in terms of how the matchmaking system works. That's not good at all. Oh, actually I can kill bullet here. Cool. Oh no. Never mind, I cannot kill the bullet. Give it to the purple worm. God damn it. My opponent needs to be smart. Yeah, I don't think I have anything 2 for 1. I think the only chance I have here is to get an owlbear. Probably. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Good job, opponent. There was that, like I was playing on autopilot a bit while I was talking, and there's just that one moment where I'm at 4, like, oh, crud. Probably better to start paying attention to what I'm doing inside the game. Because, that's pretty important in a game of Magic, to just be like aware of what the game is up to. Alright, one last game, and then I shall go out for a bit, take a bit of a walk. And this sort of work from home environment, getting out of your apartment as much as possible is good. Of course, if you're in lockdown, unfortunately, you know, that's a bit risky, and so please be aware of that. But yeah, if you can, you know, open your windows. If you have a balcony, step out into the balcony, get a bit more sort of fresh air to come in. Sunlight is good. You know, don't be a vampire in a dark room. Speaking of CGP Grey, I would recommend two things. The first one, if you have never watched them before, the first one is about Spaceship U, which is about sort of productivity. How do you be productive? How do you make productive spaces at home? And the second one is like the 7 Steps to a Miserable Life or something along that line, where he sort of detail out a. Let's just play the wording over first. Yeah. Where he sort of detail out a. Where he sort of detail out a sort of, you know, 7 things that makes you, you know, feel more miserable. And one of them was, you know, being inside a room which is absolutely dark and is, you know, not at all. I would have attacked with a white. Yeah, so just you know, being in a dank room, unmoving, and just, you know, not doing anything and whatnot. Ugh, skeletons. Do I attack here? If I attack, I'll trade with the Clattering Skellion. I'm okay with just that. If he attacks back, that's 4 damage. That will kill Zerial, so I have to be aware of that. Oh. Okay. That solves the problem. And if we're lucky, nope, we're not. So I guess time to kill the white. Or not. Yeah, let's still kill the white. Anyway, my Zerial can survive. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Oh. Guess I'll just attack here. They do need to sink in damage into Zerial, so we'll just take that. I guess this way at least if they attack they need to at least take some beating in terms of the creature that's left. Yeah, that's fine. I am hoping for a untapped land though. Alright, not an untapped land, but I guess I'll take it. Well, is that fair? Will Menace be better in this case? Yeah, probably. Like the Hobgoblin Captain is in general better, but just wanted to. I feel like Menace is a better thing here than First Strike. Could be wrong. Start trading blows here. You know, I'll play the Boots of Speed next turn, and hopefully that. How much damage can I do? That's 4. It's gonna get. No, he's already at the Goblin stage. Take 5. No, I do need to. I just hope I draw into more creatures soon. No, that's fine. Oh boy. Creature? Or, I mean, you know. Fine. What I really want is Owlbear here. Let's continue to block. Alright, at least that's something. I feel like I just want to take this just in case he plays something better. Nope, okay. Well, let's see if that 1 damage will matter. Probably will. Anything I learned, 1 damage always matter. Oh my god. Come on, come on. Okay. That's good. Let's just focus on stabilizing, so I don't want to try and raise here. Yeah, he'll win anyway, even with a 1-1. How sad. Oh boy. Alright, that's fine. We can work with that. Let's skeleton. Okay. Guess he goes for the dark pool? No? Oh no. Yeah, no, that would have, I needed to do that regardless. Because even if I wait until. Wow. Really? That's a fucking beating. It's a nice. That's a nice thing to have. Do I still die? I still die. Okay, fine. 6 wins. 6 wins. I'll just be happy with that. Jeez. It's just like, it's just threat after threat after threat. One little slip and that's about it. That ochre jelly though. 6 wins is pretty good, which is a 300 gems extra from our previous one. And that's about it. That we spent nearly 2 hours doing that draft. And if you've stayed for this long, thanks for joining me. And we'll get back to another draft sometime soon. Until then, see you guys later and enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.